Mark Fruits, Bain Welker. Been with the company now, coming up September, 45 years. It's something that I'm proud of, being able to stay with the company that long, and it's been a good venture for me. Just wanted to talk a little bit about your combine platforms today and what to kind of do to get prepared for harvest to try to help keep you from having much downtime, and just go over a little bit of the wear parts. We'll talk about, of course, everybody's always in tune to changing their sickle sections in a timely manner, but I think what we forget about is these guards, how critical they are in the performance of this machine and getting that crop cut off and into that platform as cleanly as possible. They may look good first appearance, but they start rounding and then we start pinching that crop there and we're not getting a good clean cut. So don't ignore the guards when you're going into the fall, especially if you've got a couple of seasons behind you. Make sure you're addressing those. Another thing we need to look at in these drapers is, of course, the overall performance of this belt. We need to make sure that we don't have any major tears or holes in it, so we're losing crop down through there. The other thing to look at is the clearance right here on the back side of this bar. We can lose crop down in there, and there is adjustment down underneath here to adjust that draper belt and keep that clearance as tight as possible on this backbone. You want to look also in the center of the draper where we feed back into the combine. We've got a lot of grain savers here in the middle. Make sure that they're not wore too much where we're losing grain down in underneath there. We should have all of them in stock. If we don't, but don't wait till the last minute. Get with us, get in these combines. We'll be glad to inspect the heads and platforms, grain heads, combines for you. If you want to make arrangements with the service department, we can do that. So we want to get on these things early and make sure we do have what you need. So don't wait till the last minute. Assuming that we do have it, let's get an early jump on it and get in there and see what we've got for you. The other thing we need to make sure we address is the center drum and make sure all our retractable fingers are in shape. We don't hear any noises in there that don't make sense to us. We could have a bearing or something going out we need to address before harvest. Hopefully not, but just make sure all that's intact. Run these machines good before we go. We look at the reel, make sure all your tines are in good shape. We're not got many of them cut off, so we're doing a good job picking up and getting this crop fed back into the header. The other thing is you're matching this reel speed with the combine. We've got settings on board where we can match that reel to ground speed, so we're not going too fast or too slow on this thing. We're keeping it in time with the machine for good feeding. It's critical to get that crop flowing as smooth as possible, as even as possible through that machine. Make sure all your settings are good and we match up good going into that harvest, depending on where we're in beans or corn, whatever you're running. You want to look, obviously, take a good look at that feeder house, make sure that feeder chain's running square, we don't have any bent slats, chains are in good shape. And then also get underneath here, make sure we lock this up so we don't drop that feeder house down on us before we get under there. It's very important safety for everybody. We want guys to have a safe harvest and not have any issues there. So we lock that up, we crawl down under there, and we're looking at rock trap, make sure it's empty and clean and not have any rocks in it for sure, and that everything's in good shape there, so we're not going to have any issues with that. So with feeding problems, and we're doing our job that we need to do, knocking them rocks down out of there. Then just open up your side shields on the combine. Obviously walk around, look at all the belts and make sure we don't have any major cracks or chunks out there, that those belts are going to make it through the season. Obviously the service is critical. Most of the people that's having inspections done, that's getting done at the time of inspection, but we need to make sure that we're getting all that up to shape. Hydraulic filters changed on a yearly basis, preferably. Of course, the engine oil and all our fluids are topped off, ready to go. Obviously, make sure that not any critters crawl in there anywhere. We do have some issues. Obviously, anybody that's been farming for a long time understands that raccoons can get in places and mice and cause some issues. We talked about getting these shields off. Take the shields off, get in there and doing a good inspection of that rotor, make sure our concaves are good and straight, we don't have any holes in them, bends. Also roll that rotor around, make sure that all of our rasp bars are in there. We don't have any broken, missing ones. The other thing is we can look at them. You can't see them very well without taking this apart, but you can kind of gauge if your bolt heads are starting to wear quite a bit. Probably a good indication that the rasp bars are getting close, needing replaced, so we might address those. Again, we'll be glad to any of our Bain Welker service departments if you need assistance in going through these things. We can walk you through it, tell you what we suggest needs changed, and then you can make the decision on your own what we want to repair and address. But our main focus is to make sure that you guys, as our customer base, have a machine that's ready to go when it's time to go to the field, and we're not addressing something major at the time of startup, because that's, you don't want that, we don't want that, and we can keep that to a minimum as much as possible. The other thing is make sure everything's cleaned out. Preferably you've done that at the end of the year. All the old grain's cleaned out. We like to open these trap doors up on the grain auger, grain tank, and any of your elevators, get those covers off and get all that material out of there. It's going to hold water if you don't, and that's not good for our bearings, and when that water's sitting in there seeping through. So we're not doing that. We're getting them opened up, cleaned out. Obviously check all the gearboxes and make sure we've got good fluid. Another good point is the chains. Some of these chains, if you're running a lot of acres, it doesn't hurt to go ahead and change them yearly. Get it done, you don't have to worry about it. Hopefully they're behind us. Of course, wheel bolts, that's critical. I think a lot of times people forget them. Let's be checking our wheel bolts and torques before we go to the field. And it don't hurt to check them periodically as we go in through the season. We don't want you losing them either. That's some minor things that, that could turn major, but we want to make sure that you're addressing those. Another point of interest we need to talk about on these combines is your chopper. That rotor can be very critical. We start losing knives or breaking knives off. We lose the balance back there and it starts shaking things. We lose rotor bearings, which could in turn to something even worse down the road. So make sure you give that a good look over before you go to the field and make sure everything's still intact. Even run it, make sure it feels right, there's nothing abnormal, and even give those chopper bearings on each side a good look, make sure everything looks still intact there. Another thing I wanted to mention, that when we was up looking at the feeder house, is the critical thing is to make sure that adjustment on that feeder chain is good, where you want it to be, and that we're not looser on one side or another. Make sure we get a good even adjustment on those tensions up front. There's a gauge that shows you where they should be. Another thing we want to look at on these combines is these paddle chains on your return and clean grain. I like to have just a little bit of slack where we can just barely slide that on the bottom sprocket and make those adjustments to make sure those chains are ready to go for the fall harvest. Then as we check them, good point of interest, make sure we've got our over covers locked back up, ready to go for the fall, so we're not losing that valuable grain out in the field. That's a few things on the corn head that we need to make sure we look at going in to harvest. One of the things obviously is this lower idler sprocket. Make sure our chain tensions free up and they're adjusted correctly. Check our chains or gathering chains on each row. You can grab a hold of this roller here and you can kind of feel and get a good idea of how much play we've got in there. It gives you an indication of what kind of chain wear we've got on that chain. Look at our knives on our snapping rollers and make sure that they're good even wear through there. We've not got any big hunks out, anything missing, so we make sure we're going to strip that off. And the other place we'll look at is right here on these stripper plates. Critical thing is, let's make sure our gearboxes are full going into season. And then the other thing that we want to make sure we address, that when we're switching from corn head to grain head, that we've done the proper calibrations so this machine can know which head we've got and our field tractors work correctly when we get the optimum performance. And the main thing that we want to emphasize today is this is just a short video of some of our touch points that we need to look at. We want to make sure that you know that we as BWE are here to support you in any way we can. We want to make sure you have a safe and productive harvest. So feel free to call us, schedule an inspection today, and we'll get out there and we can come on the farm. You can bring it to the store. We'll make sure these machines are ready and you get to optimal performance for your best results. Have a safe harvest.